What's up, guys? It's Andy again with Soblue, here with Taylor Holly as always.
Back in the booth.
Let's do it. I want to give a shout out to our sponsors coming through big time. Lusa Brews,
Global Homes, Keller Williams.
and then of course Tuscaloosa Disc Golf Club. And here we are at Palmore Park, final round, back 9. It's been a great tournament. Thanks to all the players that came out and played. You can see here after 9 holes, Colin with a huge lead, 7 strokes over Jay, Darren, and Jared. But we got a lot of action left to go.
Let's get back to it, man.
All right, so we got hole 10, par 4, 666 feet. Could have been 1 foot longer or shorter. I'd have been fine with that. And basically this hole, you got the OB down the left side, the fence, a wide open fairway to the right. Just got to throw a big hyzer, come up nice to the basket. But it plays a little longer than it seems.
I'll second that notion, Andy, with the 1 foot longer or shorter. But here's Colin with the drive. Again, one of those holes seemed like we played a lot of headwind all day. You can see these discs continue to kind of fell out to the right. It's like Colin threw something nice and stable right down the gut.
Yeah.
Really all you're looking for is just something not way far right and definitely not out over the road to the left. So.
And here you see Jay, just a nice little turnover. That's been his bread and butter drive through Palmore for sure.
Yeah, it looks like that yellow race stamp destroyer finally getting dialed in. Maybe a little tummy ache there. Jay was nursing the dad bod there.
Tummy ache, take some meds.
Yep. And here's Darren. Gonna probably look to throw a little hyzer flipper in his headwind. Hope he can hold it out. Does so. Looks quite nice.
Very good shot there.
Oh,
and that's what you want.
Some real good distance on that one. Great shot there. And there he is. Jared Neal with the big step up. Gonna throw a huge flip up.
Just
gonna ride this wind out.
Looks like he almost aced the last basket.
Did, like he had almost a black ace there. Wow.
Nonetheless, it was a pretty decent drive. He's got the right side of the fairway to throw through.
Gonna need that to sit down, Andy. Oh yeah, nicely. Wow,
Well
the disc
played.
just held straight. That was impressive. I thought the disc was definitely gonna come back out left and push along there. So very nice.
Jay here with his upshot. Looks like he's going with a hyzer.
Yeah, gonna throw that buzz. Looks like he maybe pulled that a little left. I don't know if maybe he was trying to play that hyzer out and caught that limb. Just gonna stay in bounds there though. Lucky roll for him.
That is lucky.
Could have turned disastrous.
For sure. Colin in a really good spot. You can see Darren's drive there, still 20, 25 feet ahead.
Great drive for Darren. See if Colin can nestle this underneath the basket. And that's gonna get a little bit away from him there. Oh, great tree.
Looks like another good tree.
Yeah, that could turn into another OB.
Definitely.
Definitely kicking himself after that one. Here's Darren with the upshot. Darren gonna swing it out wide. Not gonna try to make the almost mistakes that the other guys made, but not gonna get below.
Yeah, he just didn't follow through like he wanted to. Pulled it.
And that's that Palmore grass. You're not gonna get a lot of skip out here, and some of those guys may not know that, but unless the wind would have picked it up, it's not really gonna push all the way back to the basket. So, like Colin turned out pretty good after he hit the tree.
Yeah, definitely a good little tree.
Ooh, and a rare miss from Colin inside the circle. Not something we're used to seeing across this weekend. So, very interesting there. Leave the door open a little bit for.
Yep. Maybe a little bit of headwind. We'll see if Darren can put this one in. There you can see, testing the wind out a little bit.
Yeah, and you get back here in this back corner of Palmore, Andy, it starts to kind of swirl a little bit, and you get a little bit of left,
He
a little
actually
bit of right.
catches high as well.
Yeah, so there you go. I mean, I think just changing directions as these guys are playing. A little different out in the middle of the course, but back here in this corner, definitely get some swirling. As you can see, the trees, some good gusts coming in at this point in the round. Really going to challenge these guys.
Good cleanup putt. And Jared's upshot there, just really well played.
Brilliant. Very nice. Putting in only 3 on this hole, taking a birdie, cutting into that lead.
Yeah, brings it down to 6. Still a lot to overcome, but you never know. Hole 11, par 3, 405 feet. This is a really really pretty hole. Usually a lot of wind from the right to left, but once you get to this tree, as long as you can stay underneath it, you got a chance at a run.
Yeah, and not too different of a shot from the blue pad. Really just want to kind of go right at it. Some guys take a big hyzer line out over the creek here and bring it back in, like you see Jared doing there. Just kind of spike it in. It gets a little hairy up there, is why some guys will just kind of throw straight at the trunk of that tree. You get some dead area down there underneath the basket. Disc is real prone to slide right up underneath the basket, kind of like you want, but looks like Colin electing to try to go wide too and not going to quite get it out there like he wanted. Going to finish left. Common miss for a lot of these guys. Really, kind of don't want to turn that disc over real far right and end up bailing out left. So Jay going to throw the same disc he threw in the last hole, I think. It's that
same turnover flex shot.
And really fighting into that wind. That's a great shot.
And he almost hits that one. Wow.
Great shot, Jay.
For sure.
Darren going to see if he can follow suit behind that.
Low release.
Not
and like you said, that grass. I mean,
yep.
A little mistake like that, you cannot get a skid there.
Definitely came out of his hand early. Looks like maybe he pulled out an MD3 here for this upshot. It's just going to ride really straight, not quite going to come back like he wanted, but that'll give Darren just an outside the edge circle putt.
May have caught a limb there, but like you said, he'll have a putt.
Colin also going to have an outside the circle putt here, slightly downhill. Got to kind of keep it real low underneath these branches. Really floated in there. Just going to come up short. Here's Jared with a birdie look. Just off the front rim.
Good run. And that one also plays a little uphill, like you said.
Sure.
Collins was a little down, but Jay here with that great drive from behind the basket.
Had to have just missed the front edge from getting an ace there. Would have been a great pickup for Jay.
He puts a good putt in for the bird.
Yeah, birdie nonetheless.
And there actually aren't many twos through the field here, but it plays 2.63, I believe. That's what it's showing. I think that's just a testament. It's an easy three. If you four it, you're doing something really wrong.
Sure.
But the two's out there. Darren with a good cleanup.
Very nice. Colin and Jay are going to clean up as well here.
Yep.
Jay going to take the only birdie. Going to take the box. And move on to hole 12.
All right, so we got hole 12, par 4, 490 feet. Taylor, tell us a little bit about what you want to do here ideally.
We got an OB down the entire left side that runs around the back side of the basket. To me, the most ideal shot, a lot of guys are going to play a forehand or either a backhand turnover shot and land just in front of that manhole that you see. That's about as far as I think as you can get up and really challenge this hole without ripping something. You're going to see Jay do exactly that, kind of go at the tree. I think he pushed that a little farther than he wanted, but he got lucky, got through.
Yeah.
Going to end up just past that manhole. So that's kind of what you're looking for, kind of leave yourself a 200-foot approach shot. Really tough to do a whole lot else on this hole.
Jared going over the trees, and that is flexing back.
What in the world?
And that is right at the basket. And that is a long drive.
Wow. Never in my entire life at Palmore have I seen someone take that route. That is absolutely insane.
And, I mean, if you're Colin,
how do you
you're just thinking, let's get this in the fairway.
Wow. Yeah. Wow.
And he actually looked like he brought it close to that tree, so we'll see if he's got a shot. But what a shot, man. That's insane.
Yeah, Darren, go ahead and take that line. Darren electing to go with the turnover route. Going to turn it over just a bit too much, I think, for what he wanted, but that should roll around and stay inbounds.
Yeah.
So, going to be fine over there. Going to be able to attack this hole with a little hyzer into the basket.
He does. He throws the hyzer there. Looking a little deep.
Ooh.
Can't
quite tell where that finished, but yeah, we'll have to see where that ended up.
You can see the flags back there, but it gets dark where those trees are, so. Colin with pretty smooth
That's
shot.
a great shot. And that's really ideal. Again, you just want to get something through that first couple of trees and be able to give yourself an approach shot here. Jay's in an ideal spot as well.
Yeah. Smooth little backhand.
Gonna go putter there. Gonna give it a great run.
Oh, yeah.
Leave it about 7 feet short. Should be able to take a tap in, take a 3, and move on. And I do believe Darren did go OB here. Went just a couple feet past the out of bounds marker. Again, it sneaks in on you on that corner. Really tough if you're not knowing exactly where that is. So a miss Darren doesn't usually make. Really not going to like the result of that. And
yes, for sure. He gave it a decent run too, just little left side.
This shot, Andy, is the most absurd thing I've ever seen.
Was 20 feet?
Wow. That one go in the record book, folks, as probably the only 2 I've ever seen on hole 12 gold at Palmore, and maybe ever will see in my life, especially in the windy conditions we had on Sunday. That's absolutely unreal.
Yeah.
Jay going to finish up with what is a great 3.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Just failing in comparison to the eagle that Jared just put up. Wow.
And Colin, with the birdie, but still, that distance really just, that's the difference.
Sure.
All right, so we got to hole 13, another par 4, 552 feet. And this one, OB to the right of the sidewalk, just like Blue Pad. It's a very tight fairway from the front. You just got to miss the tree. And it's playing safe for the most part here.
Yeah, and some people will go crazy outside of this tree and really try to go after this hole and attack it. We'll see Jared may take that. Yep, just like that. Kind of is a safer line if you've got the arm to do it because you can just hyzer in and fight left. But most people are going to choose to kind of go fairway driver, fairly straight, fade out left, right down this gut. So, again, just don't want to finish right at the sidewalk. Jay's probably going to throw a little turnover here. Sure, that's a great shot. Very nice. Flatten out. And push a little farther left than you want.
And it opens up over
there.
But
again, you're pretty open over there. Grass gets a little hairy, but nothing for these guys to navigate out of. So, see if Colin can follow suit and pipe one right down the middle. Looks like we got a little tailwind from the look of the flag.
Mm-hmm.
Should help these guys make sure they don't go OB. Colin going to flirt with that tree a lot more than he wanted to. Wow. You talk about a lucky break there. That could have turned out to be disastrous in the cinematics. That was great. Colin having a little fun out there.
Oh, yeah.
It's great. These guys have been put through the test today with this win so far, so it's great to see some smiling faces and some guys having a good time. Darren also going to go real wide over the tree.
Mm-hmm. That's looking good.
It looks real good. Very nice.
Right in the center.
Oh, with a little tombstone action. I'll be your Huckleberry.
And then you see Colin still testing the wind. I think it was a tailwind here.
I think we had a little bit of tailwind, maybe a little right to left. Again, going to challenge that OB line. Spike it in. That's a great shot. Actually skipped and hit the bottom of the basket, I believe. So, very nice. Andy, I don't know if those young guys out there are going to get the tombstone reference that I just made, but it's okay. For the older folks, they'll get that one. They'll like it.
Great book.
Yeah. Little Doc Holliday. Darren throwing the Nova here, and he is not going to like that. Such a touchy disc for Darren, that Nova. Sometimes he's spot on, and sometimes it just comes out a little early like it did there. So, Mr. Woodroof pulling out the rangefinder, which he does anywhere from 30 feet and beyond.
Yeah.
So it's quite interesting. This is the first time he's pulled it out. I think he really wanted to try to make a run at this basket. Great touch-up shot, leaving himself about 5 feet. Put in for another birdie.
And I'm sure he's pulled it out sooner than this. I mean,
there's no way he's waited this long in the round.
Jared, same thing.
Gonna give this a run. Ooh, just a little short.
And Darren, like you said, I mean, he did not want to get this far from the basket from where he was at. He's got the open look, and that OB's behind it. So
right. No, this is not ideal because it's not the run you want to have to make at the basket here, especially with this wind. Oh, wow.
Fantastic.
That is
putt.
impressive. Impressive. Because, again, that OB sneaks up behind you. Any type of wind lift, carry that disc on. And so that's a gutsy effort there for sure. Great birdie.
This actually came up a little shorter than we thought, but
surprised Jay didn't pull the rangefinder out for that one.
And there it is, that right side miss. You mentioned it from the front nine.
Yep. It's just been, that's kind of was the thing with Jay's day. I think if you were to go ask him, I think he'd probably tell you that was the one that kind of honored him on the day. So.
Yeah.
Those putts just not quite pushing the basket.
All right, so we got hole 14, par 3, 410 feet. This is just a big hyzer. You're throwing from under a tree. You just got to stay away from this OB that's along the entire left side of the fairway.
Yeah, and it says 410. Probably plays more about 435, 440 almost, because you really got to swing wide. It's really hard to challenge and go straight at it. Jared's going to take about as narrow of a lane as you can go, and you're going to see him end up about 55 short and right. So that just tells you how far this hole really does play.
Oh, yeah. And Colin wanted to make sure everyone knew he was throwing his Marshall. So Jared pumped
so
the Marshall out that far.
So throw in the putters, guys. Oh, wow.
And he's just showing off that power and that distance. Colin goes with the big hyzer as well.
And this is going to get caught up in the wind a little bit more than Colin wanted. He's going to really flirt with that OB line. But if I remember correctly, I think he stayed in bounds with that shot. So.
I think so.
Looks like Darren's going to try to get really aggressive with this line here. And I think he's going to really try to throw something straight at it and go right at that basket.
And it pays off if you can get it there.
Sure, because, I mean, if you're over the OB line, you're right at it. You leave yourself
that flip-up driver shot.
30-foot putt. You're inside the circle. We're not going to quite be able to tell where that one finished up until we walk around some. But
yeah.
Jay going to choose to go real safe line there, and he looks like didn't want to take any risk in it for the biscuit. So.
Yeah, for sure. No harm, no foul.
No harm, no foul. That's right. All right, Darren did come up a little bit short. Didn't quite make it in the circle. Going to have to be throwing almost as a re-tee for 3 here. See if he can't put something close and try to suffer nothing worse than a bogey here. Big hyzer shot out around the corner. Yeah. Still going to leave him a little 45-foot tester, I think, down to this basket. So, again, Jay, nice bell out to the right. Going to play his game here. He just got a good touch game. That
took a pretty challenging line there.
Though. Pushed it a little long. I think he'll be all right.
Colin looking for 2 here.
Oh, wow.
That one just got away from him.
Whew. Pushed that one well into the woods.
And like we said, with that Marshall, that's just a really good shot.
Yeah, that's unreal. Be able to throw a disc like that far, that straight, and then just boom. Great putt to finish it. Goes to dynamite.
Bang. Got nothing. Now, here's Darren. This will be for his 4.
Yeah, this would line him up for a bogey. Definitely what he want to get out of here with after the tee shot. Really trying not to compile the over pars on the scorecard. And I think he had a little tailwind there. Yeah. Just kind of push that down a little bit. Going to take the double, man. Going to put him a little far back from where he wants to be. But, again, what we need to be paying attention to here is Jared just took a 2-stroke swing there and got himself within 3 with 4 holes to play.
Yeah,
so
big time.
Definitely going to give himself a chance to run it down the stretch.
And as you can see, get to hole 15. Just a little 256 par 3. You get out of this tunnel, you can see Jared's throwing out of. It's going to be a little hard to see the disc because that sun's just coming straight through. But
yeah, and I think that the time that we played through this hole, Andy, that sun was almost just at the peak of the tree line there. So it made it a little tough if you stepped up to the front of the box. There's you a little better shot of that basket those guys are throwing at. Just a pretty shot through the tunnel. Jay going to turn that buzz over just a little bit and leave himself short and left.
Not too happy about it, but again, I mean, there's OB behind the basket, maybe 20, 25 feet.
Sure, so you don't want to really run anything too much, especially if you're looking for the 2 here, which most of these guys are. So, Colin going to play what looked to be like a little putter out to the right, really trying to talk to his disc and get it to come back. I think he did. Got his disc nicely trained. He knows how to sit, shake, and lay too.
Must be nice.
Yeah. Need to know what trainer he went to because my bag doesn't do that.
And here we got Darren. I can't tell what he's throwing there, but he's been pretty on point with these little 250-foot shots.
Just going to leave that one, I think, out to the right, but it looks like he liked it. Got the little fist pump there. Nice little Phil Mickelson lefty fist pump. And here's Jay with a nice little lengthy putt. Going to give it a run. And just that short and right.
He's been all over it.
All kind of over that basket today, but just has not quite given himself the chance that he would have liked. So, Jared going to be looking to keep this pressure on Colin here. And just going to leave that high. And that's going to be one Jared's going to want back. Colin going to look to go back to 4 up here, 4 ahead of the field, if he can get this in. Man,
and just
the
does
wind
the
was
opposite.
just tough, man. I know, just really pushed these guys. And that's why he's looking at Jared, because Jared's disc just went up
Yep.
with the headwind, and it pushed Collins down. So
And that could have been a big stroke.
Sure,
Jared's on
could've
his
been.
heels.
And
And
all these
Darren
guys
with a
went-
good 2.
Yeah.
Really good 2.
The rest of these guys are going to tap in for their 3s. We're going to move on to hole 16.
And with 3 holes left, 3 strokes to gain for Jared Neal.
See if he can do it. It's a big hole.
It is a big hole. Like you said, par 5, 988 feet. You got a lot to dodge off this tee shot. It's pretty narrow, comes in off the road. There's a pretty open fairway after that, and then you got to deal with the road getting close to the basket as well as the parking lot. This is a very placement-driven hole. We'll see what these guys can do here.
Yeah, played is the second hardest hole on the day in this layout. Really a demanding tee shot with some major headwind. As you see, that disc just took Darren's disc and sent it way out there to the right, and not going to get up on the road enough to come back in bounds. Again, like you talked about, got to dodge a lot of power lines here. Jared probably going to go way over everything. Oh, he's not going to go down the gut, and got a little skinny with that there. Looks like he catch that front tree maybe.
Maybe came out early.
Yeah, sure. I would have thought Jared maybe would have gone real big
Yeah.
to the right, but kind of chose to go aggressive. Jay going to pull over on an Echo Star Destroyer, and that needs to get down quick. And it does not. So now Colin, after watching three really subpar drives, and really needing to step up here, he's got a chance to kind of maybe close the tournament out almost on this hole if he can get a drive down the middle.
And
that's pretty.
Yeah.
That's very nice. And again, you got to watch out for something too long here. You got an OB that comes in from the left, but from this drive, unless one of these guys really got on one, the left OB doesn't really come into play. So
Yeah, I think when you step up to it and it shows 988 feet, you think you got to really put all you got into it.
but you're really playing for at least a 4 here. There's no 3s on this hole, really. Kind of tough to attack that 988. So Darren with a smart shot, going to get himself back in the fairway, be trying to move forward on this hole, not take too big of a number.
And you can just tell the wind is just swirling out there. Jay taking maybe a little bit more time, maybe see if it dies down some.
Yeah, I think he was a little worried about hitting this guy walking around with the red hoodie on the left side of the screen. So and give that guy an opportunity to walk on. But as you said, you can hear it. You hear that wind whipping and see it all the way through Jay's shirt. So really going to take every bit of his 30 seconds here.
And might as well. I mean, use it as an excuse.
And homeboy is walking across the fairway. So we're going to give him time to exit stage right.
Hashtag share the park.
Jay's going to throw, and oh my goodness, that needs to come back quick.
And
Oh,
I don't know. Can you tell?
I don't know. Jay doesn't look too happy about it. We'll find out in a minute.
he had enough time to think about what he wanted to do there. Maybe too much time. And Jared did catch this tree.
He did. So this is going to be kind of a low shot. You're going to really have to fight to win here, get this placed, because this left sidewalk's going to come all the way out into his fairway before it tucks back left. So he's really going to have to put some mustard on this one.
Good looking shot there.
Yeah, call that a ballpark Frank at Yankee Stadium. Boy, he got all the mustard he needed there.
I can't help but laugh at that one. You said it. You heard it here, folks. And Colin going to the ballpark as well. Just well-placed shot.
Very
Good
nice.
skip.
Calling 2 great shots. Watching these guys fly right, left on this course. All over the place and just staying consistent right down the middle. Darren again trying to get himself back together on this hole after a not so great tee shot. Not so blue tee shot, I guess
Not
I
so
should
blue,
say.
yeah.
That's right. So, and now from here, he can really go at this hole. Andy, I don't know what he's going to choose to do here. It looks like he really is going to fight it. Oh, yeah, that's a good-looking shot. Just going to finish short of that creek area, though. Now, he seems a little disappointed, but that's actually going to give him about 35
that looks really good.
looks. I think he's going to like it a little better than he thinks. And Jay did come all the way back in bounds. Going to be looking to attack from here. Looks like he threw a TL, and not going to like that at all, I don't believe. That needs to spike hard. And that's gone for the second OB of the hole. There's Colin, who's played 2 really ideal shots so far. See if he can't touch this one up there. Again, like you quoted earlier, that edge of that parking lot there, you really got to watch out for on this hole. as you're approaching this basket.
But as you can expect,
Yeah,
he is
been a solid shot for Colin all weekend.
Yes.
The approach game has been really on point. Here's Jared getting himself way up this fairway. Actually going to give himself maybe a long run at an insane 3 on this hole.
He's going
That
for
stays
it.
up.
Just a little bit of tailwind drop there.
Sure did, but a great approach nonetheless. Jay going to try to look to salvage a 6 with this. Not going to do it, and that's going to be a 7, and Jay's not going to be real happy about that one. Got a couple of bystanders here in the parking lot. Nice to see some people out at the park enjoying the disc golf, so shout out to those guys. Colin down here in the rocks. You know, Andy, we thought about at one point making this an OB line for these guys, but I just thought it was, it's too demanding of an upshot. There's enough problems on this hole already. So
as you can see, Jay, 2 OBs, didn't even get down to this point yet.
Right. So
I mean,
didn't want to not reward these guys for good approach shots to this basket. So great job for Colin getting it up there. Darren the same, just off the screen to the left. Going to finish with his par on the hole. Again, Jay not going to be real happy with that 7, and Colin keeping that 3-stroke lead, going to 17 with 2 to play. So big birdie for him to keep pace.
For sure. This is hole 17. This is one of the most simple holes on the course. Par 3, 408. You just got a little tight sidewalk to the left. Besides that, there's nothing much else.
And shocker again.
We actually had a little technical difficulties here. Missed the drives. They probably all would be okay with that because nobody really was close to the basket.
Yeah, I think Colin was way right. If I remember correctly, Jay was short and left. I believe Jared went out of bounds left, and I think Darren was short and left as well, maybe. So, not anything these guys would have been real proud of. So,
sorry about that, but hey, we picked it back up, and that was a good run from Jay.
That was a great run by Jay. I thought they had a chance for a minute. And here's Darren again, going to be just short and left. Going to be looking at a big putt here to try to get a 2, to try to pull some momentum down the stretch, because him and Jay at this point are really battling it out for third place. Just going to miss that left. And here's Jared again. This is a drop spot for him, so putting for 3, trying to save a par and give himself a chance, maybe going into 18. Going to nail it.
And all around today, he's been all over that basket, making some good putts, keeping himself in it. Jay with the cleanup.
Yeah, have a nice floating disc there in the basket for him. And that wind is still just whipping. Darren going to try to clean up 3 here. Again, I believe that put him and Jay 1 stroke apart going into 18, so they're really battling out for that 3rd place spot currently. Yeah, Jay's got the 1 stroke on him. So.
And Darren he's played really well. He's had a couple of holes here and there he'd like to have back, but besides that, he's got a good round going. Leads us to our last hole, hole 18, par 3, 445 feet. Really nice hole. You can go outside right, outside left, but you got this entire sidewalk surrounding it, which is OB.
Yeah, a hole that really want to make you attack it and get aggressive, which can really make you throw an errant tee shot. Oh, wow, I don't know if I've ever seen anyone take that route. Jared taking a super wide right route with the big hyzer shot, going to bring it back in. Oh!
Maybe.
The wind just held that up, but I think he's going to just sneak in bounds from there. That was crazy. About got a really bad kind of air bounce, crosswind left to right with that wind. So Colin with a 3-stroke lead here just kind of needs to do nothing dumb. Kind of just put something down the middle. Should be able to secure a W with a good drive here.
I guess they're still figuring out if it's in or out.
Right. Well, you never know if bystanders know if they're calling it in or out or what they're doing. So.
That one gets away from him a little early. Maybe to hit that light pole.
That might
it
be
needs
trouble.
That one goes OB.
Not gonna love that. Gonna leave a little bit of the door open.
Yeah. As long as Jared's in bounds there, I mean,
got a chance
for sure.
Never know what could happen. And again, Darren trying to get back this 1 stroke on Jay on 18. Try to put him in a tie for 3rd place. Big tee shot for him. Really pull over on that disc. That looks to be a fine shot.
Yes.
Well-aged bottle of wine there.
That was very blue.
That was great. And Jay, shocker, throwing the Wraith Stamp Destroyer again. Going to really try to turn over on this one in the wind.
Old Yeller.
Oh, yeah.
And that's a good shot as well. Maybe a little shorter.
Yep.
But no,
down the middle nonetheless.
No trouble.
And again, all Colin really needs to do here at this point, put a good shot under the basket, tap in for his 4, move on. Can get a great soft touch. Almost let that get away from him long. That could have been disastrous.
2 OBs there could have
been really disastrous. Jay, again, it's the biggest thing with this whole lane, I think, for a lot of these guys is just making sure you have that touch-up shot because you really got to keep it underneath the branches. You got to kind of spin it, which makes you push it a little more and then stay short of that OB as you see both those guys really flirting with it back there. And Jared going to have to try to make this to put some pressure on Colin. Going to leave it just short. And Darren needs to make this putt here to
Big
put
putt.
himself
Great drive.
what appears to be tied with Jay on the round, with Jay having a tap-in par. So Darren really going to have some pressure on this putt. See what he can do here. And again, just last
short.
couple holes, let that wind really get to him, be a little short, and not going to quite be able to close out that third place spot.
And you can see the sportsmanship
Yeah.
there.
Good sportsmanship. At that point, I think
These guys just
knew.
cleaning up.
Darren had done the math. Jay going to take down third place. Jared with a great round, trying to come back, put some pressure on Colin. But Colin going to finish it out and get the W. From what I understand, that was Colin's first B tier.
Yes,
win
congratulations
of the
there.
big. So congrats to Mr. Colin Forehand.
Well, guys, you can see the scores there. Jared with a super round of 56. Final standings, Colin Forehand 17, Jared 15. And you can see some of the other leaders there. Thank you for watching as always. Look out for the second annual Joe Wheeler Fall Shootout, November 11th. Soblue Productions will be there as well. And as always, appreciate you guys for watching.